Ciao! Welcome back to my channel, Divinity Within Me. Happy New Year 2020. Okay, so for any of you lovely light creatures of amazingness that are new to my channel, how I start off my little read is with what I like to refer to as like an energetic rant of sorts. I do a little channeling, I do a little tapping into the energies of what the messages are that are needing to be delivered or coming through to the collective, okay? Then after that, I get into doing the intuitive card reading and kind of letting universal sources tell us a little bit more of a story of what's actually going on, okay? So, for any of you that are new, welcome. For any of you that have been on this journey with me, welcome back. I hope this new year has found you well. I hope this new leaf we're turning over is doing good. I know we had a lot of energy. I apologize for not doing the videos from the eclipse on Christmas and things like this, but I really feel it's important to do the energy for the lunar eclipse that's coming up on the 10th of this month, okay? There's some really powerful energy, and I took a lot of notes, and I really want to tune into some of them, but also energetically tune into like what's going on, okay? There's a lot of shifting. We're rinsing out all that's old, all that doesn't serve us, okay? We have a lot going on. We are in Capricorn season, so happy birthday to all of my beautiful Caps out there. Diligent and pushing forward always. Right now we have, I think five planets that are in Capricorn, and I think also the South Node as well. So we have a lot of energy that's moving around right now. We have a lot of things that are happening, all right? As you know, full moons are really about completions, culminations, closure, harvesting what we put out for the new moon. You know, our intentions, our wants, our desires, our needs. You know, we're really bringing this in. Okay, it's coming to a forefront. It's coming a little bit to a closure, and we're moving forward from that. Okay, this full moon is going to be a little bit intense, as most of them are, but this one especially intense, okay? We're not exactly sure like what all the energy is going to be for this, but there's some intense energy. There's some real intense energy going on. And well, I don't know what's going on. A surge in my music too, with some super intense energy. There's some really intense energy going on, okay? There's going to be some things that are brought to the surface. There's going to be some secrets that are going to be revealed for some people in some situations. We're going to have some revelations of some stuff that we weren't sure about, but we're going to know for sure now. It's going to be an absolute, like, people are going to be letting a lot out, coming to grips with a lot, okay? There's going to be a lot that's going to be revealed. Now remember, because this full moon is in Cancer, the very extremely high sensitive sign of Cancer, it is going to be a little bit emotionally, I don't want to say overwhelming or draining, because I don't feel like that's the right thing, but I think it's definitely going to be a little intensified, okay? Feelings and emotions are going to be at a high point, okay? So remember to kind of sit in with those feelings or those emotions. Remember to sit and meditate, sit and breathe, you know, do practices that really calm yourself, as there's going to be a lot of energy coming around, all right? As for this new year, I feel like it's really important to focus on our spiritual practices, okay? Like, what are some spiritual practices that we're really focusing on? Are we doing meditation? Are we doing breath work? Are we doing some type of healing work? What are we doing? What are we focusing on, okay? This year's all about coming in with the collective, and the collective really being more connected, okay? We'll be moving into the year of the Rat, which is a more communal time, a more communal energy. And right now, with all the ways the planetary shifting is going on, it's really going to be focused on us coming together and creating solutions for each other, with each other, for the community, for the collective consciousness, which is our larger community, okay? Ask for extra light to come into you when you're doing these practices. Ask to emit extra light outwards, so those who are more in the darkness can receive it and be a little bit affected by it, okay? Some people, 1, 2, 3 people on a high frequency can definitely dissolve hundreds and thousands of people on low frequencies. So remember, it's our job. It's our job. If you're here, you're tapped into the collective consciousness. You're a light being. You're a light warrior. You're here for this ascension, this awakening process, okay? If you weren't, I don't think you would be here. I don't think you would be listening to my rants right now. All right? So right now, we have the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, Pluto, South Node, Sirius, and Jupiter that are coming in, okay? So Pluto is a transformative planet. Okay, Saturn is about resolve, structured work, things being super structured, okay? And Pluto and Saturn and Pluto, okay? Saturn and Pluto are about to go conjunct, which is always a really powerful cycle, okay? It doesn't happen that often, maybe like every 30, 33 years. These two planets coming conjunct with, they're very slow moving. These two planets coming conjunct in the sign of Capricorn with all these planets in Capricorn has been like over 500 years since something like this has happened. So this is kind of like this is a huge shift, a huge awakening, a huge shift in consciousness, a huge shift how things are moving around, okay? Mercury is like thought process and communication. The Sun is vitality, strength. Jupiter is aspirations, politics, okay? So some of the people that I follow have been talking about this is going to be a huge shift, okay? We're going to have this big lunar eclipse that happens on the 10th, and then following that, the 11th is Aries and Uranus become direct, okay? And stationary direct, which is an extra special kind. It basically magnifies these two planets, or these two signs' intensities, okay? Aries, the goddess of discord, and Uranus, awakening, sudden disruptive events of sorts, okay? So we're having this really, really intense, like, awakening time right now. Whether we want to admit it or not, whether we're coming to grips with it or not, it's happening, all right? So we're having this uprising from the collective consciousness, this uprising from people having had enough, enough is enough is enough, okay? And when we're dealing with communication and politics and the work that we put in and not being recognized for the things that we need, okay, it's going to create this big different type of energy. You know, I think there's going to be a lot that's going to happen politically wise. I think that the patriarchy, okay, the masculine energy is kind of shifting, okay, where we've been working for the last few years on the feminine, the matriarchy, kind of shifting into this higher vibe, like coming back into its power. And now I think we're shifting out of the patriarchy, the control, the way that the governments ran, the way that all this stuff is going down. We're shifting out of this being in the control and the high gear state and into this more communal, loving, nurturing, like how are we helping each other as one community around the world? Like we are a global and galactic community, all right? So I definitely am excited to see what's happening. There's definitely going to be an interesting shift with the masculine and the feminine energies. Hopefully they're coming to a more balanced leveling out. But just know that all of these planets, okay, all of these planets that are currently in Capricorn, which Capricorn is very like, Capricorn is very punitive. Capricorn is about keeping score, keeping track, like power struggles, things like this, really being kind of like a little bit of a dictatorship, essentially. You know, it's really all of these things are like they have to be this way and in line. Now when this lunar eclipse comes through, the moon, which is ruling all of our emotions and how we're dealing with this, is going to basically block out all of these. So this is going to cause another interesting effect in how we move forward through this, what's really going to happen, because we're going to have to get back in tune, okay? Now, Cancer rules the home, the family, we really want to nurture things like this. And Capricorn is Cancer is way more empathetic and Capricorn is not so much. So this should create an interesting balance that's going to happen, all right? So what we need to really focus on right now is upping our connectivity to our spiritual practices and whatever the processes are that we're being called to do, okay? We are coming into a more awakened, more spiritual, conscientious time. So all of the things, so I feel like this lunar eclipse that's happening is like blocking out Capricorn from being so 3D and dictative to being like, wait, like, how are we feeling? Like, are we in tune? Are we listening to our gut? Are we listening to our intuition? Are we really tapped in to what's coming in from the higher sources and the higher levels? Because right now, the collective consciousness is out here working together, and we need to be tapping into this, and we need to be really riding on this energy, okay? It's really important that we're tapping into our gifts, our higher spiritual powers, and sharing this, okay? And it's not necessarily like it has to be super shared, like you have to go out and tell everybody you know about it, but there's going to be some way about needing to share it, okay? And right now is all about coming together peacefully, okay, as a whole, realizing that even though we're each on our own journey alone, like even though you're on your own, you're not alone, okay? We're all part of this whole bigger mechanism, and we need to learn how we can help each other work together, because this is what's really going to help us be successful. Right now, peace offerings and being able to figure out a way to make peace with things, whether it's past situations, whether it's things that we have not allowed ourselves to be okay with in the past, like Maybe it's abundance coming in. Maybe it's spirituality practices. Maybe it's, you know, I don't know, to each his own. You're all going to know what it is, okay? It's going to ring in your mind exactly what it is, and you're going to know. And it's really time to make peace with that. Make peace with who we are. Make peace with who our inner being is wanting to be, because it's really important for us to put out there to the collective, okay? We're all doing the work singularly for a larger purpose, okay? So you have to remember, what you do is affecting everybody else on a cellular level, okay? All right. So, I know this one's going to be a bit long, and I apologize ahead of time if it's too long for you. It's just how it's going to be. I'm doing my best to slowly and calmly tone my speaking down, because as I've been traveling, I realize a lot of people from around the world, English is their second or third or fourth language, and in order for them to comprehend what I'm saying as well, I have to be a little bit slower and clearer. So my videos are probably going to be the same, if not a little bit longer, especially when it's energy updates, but this is to help everybody, okay? Think past yourself and the 20 minutes that you are dedicating to getting the energy update. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing with other people that you may think need to hear the message, all right? Let's see what the cards have to say. Thank you, Universe, Source, Creators. What do we need to know for the collective? Messages for the collective. Okay. So, first card, thoughts, word, intellectual analysis. Okay? The Wind Fairy. This is great because we're going to be moving. I know we're moving from a lot of these earth signs, a lot of these planets and stuff like this are moving from the earth signs into air, and some fire signs. So we're having this different shift. We're definitely getting, what I feel from this is we're definitely tuning more into our thoughts. We're getting on this higher ethereal level, and you know, the air signs are definitely more floaty, more in the spiritual, intellectual space. Okay, so this must be important right now. And then 29 would equal up to 11. So this is a fresh beginning of thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. What are we saying? Okay. What we say to ourselves, what we repeat to ourselves, what we say to others, the words are spells, okay? So we need to be very, very conscious about what we're thinking, what we're manifesting in right now, because everything is moving at a very accelerated rate, okay? So be conscious of your words, your thoughts, and how you're analyzing things. Don't judge. It's not your job to judge, especially not even yourself. Don't judge yourself. Just do what you feel. Get in the vortex and stay moving with what you feel you need to be doing. And things will guarantee work out for you, okay? Second card, forgiveness. Okay, what I'm really hearing from this is forgiveness to self. You know, forgiveness to others for doing anything that may have hurt you, but forgiveness to self, okay? This is all part of a journey, all part of a larger process that needed to happen in order to really bring in the next level of awareness, of consciousness, okay? We have to forgive ourselves, forgive each other. Does it mean forget messed up things that people did to us? No, it doesn't. You know, not forgive and forget. It's forgiveness, okay? Allow for forgiveness in order to heal and to grow, all right? And this would be a 13, which would equal out to a 4. So yeah, forgiveness is the key to forward movement, to progression, to the balance of life, all right? The next card is trust. Trust in the path. Trust that the universe, trust that source, creator, God, whoever you want to refer to, the goddess, the source energy, as the higher infinite, all right? Trust that the path has been very well looked at ahead. It's been very well thought out, okay? And even though it seems rocky at times, even though it seems like it may be rocky at times, you know? Even though sometimes we have to stop and take a breath while we're like on this journey, trust the process, trust the path, trust the journey, okay? Trust that there is something bigger and better for you to be doing on this path. And this would be, again, an 11, okay? It's the beginning, the start, okay? This is a mirroring number, a twin number. It's fresh, beginning, new. All right, and then we have love, okay? Love. Now this could be people coming together to create a higher vibrational love, but really what I'm feeling both, but what I'm feeling from this is we need to take more steps to act out of love. Act out of a place of love, always. Always act out of a place of love. If there's not love in your mind or in your heart or in your thoughts and your words, you probably shouldn't be moving forward with it, all right? Yeah, it's great to be funny, it's great to make jokes, okay, whatever, but act out of a place of love. If you act out of a place of love, it's going to always, always, always come back to be a better result than what you expected it to be, all right? I'm being told I need to do these, so do my best to not make this too long, but I just do as I'm told, okay? So maybe, what do you need to tell us? Messages for the collective, for this full moon. For this full moon and energetic shift. Anything else? Okay. Anything else? That's an awful lot. Okay. Let's take it down a notch. Good, huh? Okay. So, wow, okay. So I've been feeling this and hearing this a lot, and not just from my channelings, but from other readers and things like this too. This has been a bit of a strenuous journey, okay? It's Nabant. It's been a bit of a strenuous journey. We have been going and going and going and going. We have been working towards this. We've been carrying this load for a while, and I don't just mean us personally. I mean the collective, this human species, okay? This level of consciousness. We have been carrying this load to come to this point of this, you know, awakening, this ascension, all right? And judgment. I think January is all about judgment. January is all about judgment, which I don't think it's just January. I think it's this year, okay? Why? Judgment card is the number 20. In most decks, it's the number 20, okay? We're in the year 2020. Time for judgment, okay? And it's not like you're being judged and something bad's gonna happen. It's like literally like What is your path? What are you doing? What are you doing to give back to others in order to be receiving? Okay, have you been receiving and not giving? Because this is going to potentially round out your karmic events. All right, so first card that came out is Page of Wands. So Page of Wands, this is like, yeah, I'm getting ready. There's this new journey, this new start, this new idea, okay? This new conception, this new idea of how we think, how we talk, what's going on, okay? Maybe it's a new idea or a new spiritual practice of some sort is what I'm hearing, all right? And this is followed by the Hierophant, okay? The Hierophant is someone that is really done his time. He's sitting in his space. He's sitting, he's meditating, he's connecting, he is the light. The light comes from within. So the light needs to be very centered from within in order to be on this higher level of consciousness, period. All right? It's really, really imperative right now that we forgive ourselves for whatever we've been lacking prior, whatever these other situations were, because right now it's super imperative that we realize everything we need comes from within. It's all coming from within. If you look at him, he's centered. It's coming from within, all right? Then we have the Page of Cups. The pages are bringing messages normally, okay? The Page of Cups has a message. She's got a fish in her cup, okay? The Page of Cups is, the cups have to deal with our emotion, our emotional state, okay? Cups are emotions, love, how we're doing with this. So there is going to be a new connectivity to our emotions, to our emotional state, to our emotional level of consciousness, how we're caring about things and other people, what's going on in the planet. People are really offering this new connectivity to it, and how we can really forgive ourselves. And I'm feeling the fish is like March, okay? The fish is like a Pisces, right? So I'm really feeling like this is something we're going to be super getting in touch emotionally until probably March, okay? This is going to be something that's coming this long, okay? Then we had the King of Pentacles, who came out with the Ten of Wands. So this is really, and they both came out on top of trust. So this is really trusting the process. The King of Pentacles is someone who has done the work. He has received the wealth, the money, everything that's on the physical plane, all right? So trust the process, that there is enough abundance to go around, that there is enough for everything to be resolved, for everybody to have everything that they need and they want. We have to trust the process. We have worked really hard for it. So trust in this process, all right? As long as you're doing what's right and you're on a spiritual path and you're really working towards enlightening yourself to help enlighten the collective consciousness, then we're going to be good. Everyone's going to be good. But it's going to take strength. Strength came out a lot even when I was shuffling the cards. Strength, okay? Strength is not just brute force strength. If you notice, most of the strength cards is a beautiful woman that is calming down, taming the beast, okay? It's super important to tame the beast. Calm down those human aggressive emotions. Right now, it's really important to keep our zen, our balance. And for anybody who's energetically sensitive, it's probably a really, really good idea that during this time, the 10th through the 12th, maybe you stay in or you stay with a small group of friends, you do meditations, you do connectivity, you do something creative, all right? Instead of being out and about dealing with it, because there's going to be a lot of energy that's floating around, and it's gonna need to keep that strength in for what it needs to be. Keep the light burning within, all right? And the crowning card, the World. Okay? With the Guardians, okay? These are all So the guardians that guard the world are all the fixed signs. I'm not sure why I have to tell you this, but I have to tell you this. These are all the fixed signs in the zodiac, okay? The Leo, the Scorpio, the Taurus, and the Aquarius. These are the fixed signs. They are what guard the universe, the world, okay? They are what protect it. A little bit of each element. So we have to understand that all elements, all 4 elements, are key in order for the balance, okay? Not just dark and light, but there's, you know, multiple things that need to be in alignment in order for everything to come into better alignment. But it's really important that we are keeping ourselves physically in alignment right now, okay? Really tune in with your body, really be connecting to what your physical body needs, okay? If you need to rest, rest. If you need to exercise, exercise. If you need to go for a run, go for a run. If you're hungry, nourish your body. And right now, make sure you're nourishing yourself with the proper types of food, all right? Make sure you are drinking lots of water, okay? Energy is very conductive. Energy is not linear. So it's coming and going on a constant basis. So make sure you're hydrated. Stay hydrated. I've been drinking so much water lately, and I've been channeling and getting all this energy, all of these messages, and it's been so hard because I've wanted to sit down and give you guys a message so many times, and it hasn't been the proper time. So now apparently is the time. All right. Couple from this one. Thank you. Another one. Okay. Okay. See. The Miriam, sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. This is going to be a year for a lot of unions, a lot of twin flames, a lot of things like this, okay? This is going to be coming in. This is something that I'm going to be changing up with my channel. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be doing all of the zodiac updates, but I've really been filled the guide to do more energy updates and more of the twin flame and the union updates, okay? This is something that needs to be happening, apparently. Freya, phases and cycles. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. See the moon right there? New start. New start. Fresh start. Lady Nala, heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So remember that in order to receive, we must be giving. And if we have been receiving for a long time, and we haven't been giving anything back to anybody but ourselves, we're going to come to a very sudden and abrupt halting point right now. And it's not going to be so, it's not going to be so pleasant. Okay, I'm told I need a couple from here. Is it? Okay. Yeah. Knight of Cups. So the Knights rush in. The Knights are rushing in, okay, with this cup of love, this new emotional state, okay? So remember, when you're feeling all these emotions and everything going on, remember we are having this full moon in a very sensitive sign of Cancer, and it's going to be kind of emotional. Might be a little bit of a roller coaster, but keep your emotions in. Cry if you have to cry, laugh if you have to laugh, write it out if you need to write it out. I would suggest doing writing or something creative with all of the energy and the emotions that are going to be flowing in, because there's going to be a lot. And Judgment. Look at that. Phoenix is rising. Again, look at 2020. Okay, so it's time. There's a judgment call, and it's not our judgment call. It's a universal judgment call. Okay, are we rising up? Are we becoming something bigger? Or are we, what are we doing? Whatever it is, I hope that we are doing it together. And I hope we're rising and helping rise the vibration for not only ourselves, but for everybody. And realizing that we're all part of a collective conscious. And that when we level up, we help everybody level up, okay? It's not about you or me, it's about we. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead, I'm gonna leave the information below. Leave me an energetic exchange, send me an energetic exchange. Help me resolve some of these situations that have been happening on my journeys out here, and so I can keep bringing you more videos and giving you all the information that you need. I love you. Until next time.